The goal was to create the most comprehensive course available. And it is now far and away the most comprehensive, covering so many aspects of farming. It goes well beyond just growing vegetables. Certainly we talk about growing vegetables, but not just a handful of vegetables, but a large array of vegetables. I think there's more than a dozen just herbs, right? Inside the herb module, we go into perennials and annuals and how to start them, how to plant them, how to propagate them without having to buy more, you name it. And management of them, because doing them successfully, you have to manage them well. It's really important, but it's such an important, profitable part of the business. From growing salanova to growing ginger, kale to growing new potatoes, celery to growing turmeric, lettuce in the summer to growing lettuce in the winter, to all the winter vegetables and tatsoi and bok choy, and you name it, a whole array of winter vegetables. You don't cut this too low so that you get a nice sized tomato plant that's gonna be able to support its own weight while it's healing.
And they look great in a bouquet, like really, I love working with them. And I usually get a lot of dark ones if I can buy them separately. Now you can get a choice of buying separate colors. So I get a lot of red, dark, and then oranges. They produce for a long time, starting from June until all the way till September. So a really good choice.
And then I go well beyond growing vegetables into marketing. How to market your vegetables. What's the best way to market them at the farmer's market? With all of the tools and supplies that one needs, everything is linked. You name it, down to pens, all the way up to price tagging or anything that I use, it's going to be linked in there. What I think is one of the best places to get it. Farmers market setup and what to bring and how to do it, how to manage people at the market, how to manage your produce at the market. It goes into incredible detail on that. You see how they almost meld into the wood, right? And I want, when we're done, to not see the skeleton anymore. We don't want to see the skeleton. We're not selling boxes, we're not selling tablecloths. So I want them almost to be obscured by all the vegetables. Not only summer market, but what does the winter market look like? And do a whole other setup for the winter market and discuss all of that. That's the kind of detail that's done in the course. And it's ever expanding, right? The whole basic of market farming is done inside the course, but now we're moving on to how to do a well, how to create your water infrastructure. Well, water infrastructure is already in there. All the basics and overhead and drip and you name it, underground, how to do that, hydrants, beyond how to design the well, how to talk to the well company, what's going on with that. So drilling a well, well, you know, the well is I think one of the best ways to have water, especially in my area because everything's underground, they're not gonna freeze, the pump's not gonna freeze, you have a submersible well, submersible pump in the well, and as long as you get good water, it's an ideal way because you're running the pipes underground, below the frost, to hydrants everywhere. So I wanted to give you an idea what to think about when you're hiring someone. And you know, first off, it's someone who you feel is knowledgeable, that answers your questions, that takes the time to talk to you and understands your needs. I can say what the course is not, and the course is not me talking at a conference or standing in front of a whiteboard. It's not that at all. The course is always at the farm, at the vegetable we're talking about, we're in the system, be doing the system. Right? We're planting it, we're seeding it, we're in the prop house, we're designing the prop house, we're designing hoop houses. I'm there building it. I'm not talking in a whiteboard, I'm not at a conference, these aren't old videos. Everything's shot for the course. extremely high quality, beautifully shot, and an immersive and an entertaining experience covering all aspects of the farm. On my farm, I go into all the details about why we're profitable, everything we do to make sure we continue to be profitable, how we make sure production stays very high, about what it means to be efficient. And efficiency is about the most production for the least amount of effort. It's not most production with the least amount of cost or least amount of tools. It's most production, least amount of effort, which is the highest profit per square foot you can achieve by following that. Lessons include downloads when applicable. So if we're talking about finding land, there's a sample lease to download. If we're talking about workers, then there's worker contracts to download. Housing agreements, driving agreements if they're going to be driving your car and how to make sure that's done with insurance. If we're talking about planting, then there's downloads for different spacings on how to do your plantings and whether it's hand transplanted or cedar and what seed holes to use if you're using a jag or using a 4-point pinpoint cedar. Greater than that is just the extent to which the course goes. And you can make it as big as you want. You can have a whole table of these sprinklers going on. Right, and there's no dirt holding the soil, so just want to put them in carefully so you don't bounce out any seeds. It's without a doubt the most complete course available. While some courses may cover growing, some may cover sales, everything is included in the Neversink Farm course. It's all there. You know, it's a lifetime membership so that you have the time to go through it, and you also use it as a resource. So when comes time to buy that tool, there's probably a discount because we have discounts for many of the tools in there. You go in, you click the link, you go and you buy it, right? Because it's hard to remember where all of those things are. And in the course, it's nice and easy, whether it's a harvest tote, a packing tote, the plastic bags, the clamshells, twist ties, you name it, it's clickable. And you can buy it whenever you want, so it becomes a reference. And it also becomes a reference beyond the course because you can ask any question you want. You just click into the Ask Conor, you write the question. Up until now, there hasn't been a question that we couldn't answer in some way. Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised. It's actually not that much compaction because if you're taking soil and going and dumping it, it's actually as loose as it can be. The skid steer is not going to compaction all that much. But leveling is absolutely a must if the ground is really bad. So it's just this ongoing tool that hopefully becomes useful for many years to come. Not just now, but many years into the future, and it will be updated. Beautiful, organized repository of great information.